No, Chris?
Mr. President, the Soviets today released dissident Anatoly Sharansky, but of course there are thousands of other Soviets who would like to leave that country that the Soviets won't let leave. Do you regard today's release as a propaganda move, or do you see any real change in the human rights situation in the Soviet Union?
Chris, I don't have any way to determine what their motives are in doing this. I only know that since the Geneva meeting, there had been not only this, but others released, more so than in a great many years. I'm encouraged by this because I did talk at great length about the matter of human rights with the General Secretary, and all we can do is hope that this is a beginning, a sign for what's going to continue to take place.
If I may follow up, sir, Mr. Gorbachev says that he cannot release another leading dissident, Andrei Sakharov, because of his knowledge of Soviet nuclear secrets. Do you see any legitimacy to that argument?
Well, it's an argument they've used for a number of people who have, in their estimation, been close to some things that they feel are secrets for their own security, and that they have said that they cannot let people go that have access to those secrets. Now, I have no way of judging how valid that is, but as I say, they've made a start, and I hope it is just a start and that they'll continue. Ralph?
Mr. President, did the United States play any role in President Duvalier's decision to leave Haiti? And a second question, if I may, Mr. President, do you intend to increase economic aid to the new government there?
Ralph, we are just faced now with what we can do. I can only tell you that we hope we can be of help as this interim government goes forward to try to institute democracy there in Haiti. Our participation in Duvalier's leaving was that of providing an airplane to fly him to France.
You didn't give him any strong advice to leave, did you?
No, and he never asked us for any.
Mr. President, you spoke last week about one of the great fears of the American people as they grow older, that their lifetime of savings will be wiped out by catastrophic illness. And government and private studies suggest that the real risk of being wiped out by catastrophic illness lies not in the hospital and the doctor's bills, but in long-term chronic care, like nursing homes. Are you willing to open the Social Security system, the Medicare system, to pay for nursing home care for the chronically ill elderly?
I have asked, I can't answer your question yet because I've asked simply for a study as to how we can meet the total catastrophic thing for the people who have need. And as I say, we had a program that we thought would have worked successfully in California, and we couldn't get any public interest in it, and it would have provided unlimited care and through a private insurance cover, so that there wouldn't have been any governmental administrative overhead in the program.
Do you rule out the use of general tax revenue to support premiums to a plan to support nursing home care?
Well, the plan that we had in California, the individuals, the cost was so low that the individuals could meet the premium cost of that. Now, if there were some people that couldn't, why, I'm quite sure as we help in anything else, we would help in that too.
Mr. President, the United States, as you know, is beginning to resume the flight operations in the Mediterranean near Libya. Do you believe that, and it's also designed to reassert our rights to patrol international waters, why then haven't we crossed that line that Gaddafi calls the death line?
Well, I don't know the nature of the operations that have been conducted. They conduct them in various parts of the Mediterranean. I don't know that they're all through yet. We have conducted operations there very early on in my administration, in which I was informed, because they thought I should be, that he had ordered that was their waters, which was akin to us claiming all of the waters from the tip of Florida over to the border of Mexico and Texas, and that some of the maneuvers would entail some planes and some ships in crossing that line, but not getting into what are actually their waters. And I gave the go-ahead on that, and I would again. I don't know if they didn't cross it in any way this time. It must have been because the maneuvers did not call for it.
Do you think, though, that resuming the operations at this time might be playing into Gaddafi's hand, that by helping him project the image that he wants to, that he's being picked on by the U.S.?
Well, it didn't add to his image the first time we did it. And as I say, it would be done not for any impression on him. It would be done because simply we believe that our squadrons who are there, the Navy is going to have to conduct exercises and keep itself in fighting shape. And I'm going to call it, not because you've got a red dress on, but just because you caught my eye.
And because it's Nancy's favorite designer. Mr. President, in view of the many corporate mergers going on, both friendly and unfriendly, and in view of the fact that in a few years we perhaps could wind up with only a handful of billion-dollar conglomerates, would the administration plan to propose or support any legislation to limit some of these mergers, which are getting a little bit out of hand?
Well, I can't comment on whether they're getting out of hand or not, but I do know that we have a body of law that offers us all the protection we need. In fact, I think as we've expanded into a world competition, some of that law has been overprotective. We have to recognize now that we're not just dealing with competition within our own borders, but competition with firms from outside the borders. And no, I don't believe that there's any threat or danger of monopoly control here in our land at all, and I don't think there will be. No.
President, why did you so strongly denounce the misrepresentation of Secretary Weinberger as being wasteful and the cartooning of him with a toilet seat around his neck, while at the same time you were rewarding the very newspaper that did this by giving them an exclusive interview yesterday?
Well, I've given others exclusive interviews. I try to do that when it's possible in our timing to do that. And it was an opportunity, due to the question that was asked, that I could point out the injustice of this. Because we didn't buy any $600 toilet seats. We bought a $600 molded plastic cover for the entire toilet system. And it is the same thing. It is the same thing that is used in the commercial airliners, and they pay the same kind of money that we have to pay for it. So I thought it was a pretty good place to make it.
On the same subject of your media awardings, why is it that when there is such a need to save money, is public broadcasting being rewarded with $3 million a week in taxpayers' money, when they are known widely in many quarters as the voice of Managua, and when they refuse to air the Charlton Heston narrated expose of much of the meeting in Vietnam, which was shown last week right here at the White House?
Well, I can't answer for that as to why they make their decision on their programming or not. I would have settled for Charlton Heston making the speech that he made about me in Los Angeles a few weeks ago. But